second countdown either, because that's like the
Well, here we are.
yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. The
It switched. Did you switch the background music in the middle? It went
No.
from was doing one countdown and then it flipped to a different countdown. That was weird.
None of the countdowns ever showed up on mine. I just seen your mic went muted, and I could see us.
Well, we're here now. Hey, Brian. Yeah, we're not going to be on long tonight. Famous last words. I've got somebody coming to pick up 2 nukes at 6:30 in the morning.
I got the farmer's market in the morning. I think I'm just getting a bad lag on this other old computer. I'm ready for Tuesday to get a new one.
And hey, Rhonda, how you doing? So I set up a Queen Bank. Yeah, 3 hours. I know, right? That's how it always works. So are you guys seeing us clear? Because for some reason, my other computer is showing us like really blurry. Let me see if I can change that. Oh, there we go. For some reason, it just had us at 144p. I'm like, what the heck? Okay, great. So, yeah, I mean, this week I've gone and picked up 50 queens. Would you believe that? In 2 days. I picked up 25 on Wednesday, 25 today. Oh, Rhonda, you kind of swarm. That's awesome. I like swarm catching. Freebies is good, especially if they're easy swarm catches where you just have to shake the limb.
Yeah, as long as you ain't got to get in the back of a truck on top of a ladder and have extension poles.
I'm doing good. I've been busy all week. You know, gosh, I'm at this point to where it's like I'm trying to walk this tightrope.
Doing good. I've been.
Oh, there we go. I'm trying to walk this. All right, Brian. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Trying to walk this tightrope of making honey and making bees. Right. That's the thing. So. Blythewood Bee Company doesn't have any queen bees. So they're giving my number out. And people are calling me for, I was trying to watch that. See that? And they're giving my number out for queens. And, I made up 5 nukes to sell, and 2 of them are getting gone tomorrow. And I told them, hey, I'm going to get more queens, but I also have a few nukes available if someone's interested in buying them. So, it's working out pretty good. I mean, so far, we'll see. My thing is I don't want to have all these queens and no homes for them, right? Nowhere for them to go. That's the big fear, is that I'll end up with more queens than I have homes for them. So if that's the case, if I don't have them sold by next week, then I'll be making more splits. So we'll see. We'll see.
You don't want to put too many back at a time and trying to bank too much.
Hey, Beehive Homestead. Hey, Houston.
Yeah, Houston said make you a queen bank. That's basically what he's doing now. He's just banking them.
Yeah, I'm just banking them. So I went and picked 25 up today. My mentor got. Actually, here's the deal: you buy 25, and for some reason they always give you an extra one, like an insurance queen for whatever reason. I always get 26 when I buy 25.
Bonus.
So I got the bonus. So really my 2 nukes that I'm selling tomorrow with queens were free queens that they gave me extra, if you look at it that way. so now I've got hey Mark Cottrell, how's it going, buddy? West Virginia. Larimore Farms. Man, we're getting them all coming in tonight. We must have hit
in here at this late hour.
The sweet spot of no-life beekeepers, just like us. And so I've literally got the little battery, not the box, but the little battery trays. I took a colony and went above the brood box. I put another brood box. I moved up a couple frames of cap brood with nurse bees on it, and a couple extra frames on the outside, and then put the bank of queen cells in between the brood. So the nurse bees, they went right to them, and I'm sure there'll be more that come up, after a while. But
yeah, you moving that brood up, it's going to draw them nurse bees up.
And I went out to my nukes that I had for the guy and double checked them. Brood's been hatching out in the last 3 days since I've been putting them in there, so the brood didn't look like really delicious, like it should, right? So I went ahead and swapped out a couple brood frames to give them some nice cap brood and shook in a bunch of extra bees, and then locked them in. So when they get here tomorrow, they'll take them home, and they should be pleasantly happy with them. Hot sauce is the best. All right. I was literally just on Hard Luck Survival in their chat, watching it and talking. I'm like, oh, well, guys, good night. I've got to go to bed. And then I got looking at Lee's text. I'm like, you want to do a short live? He's like, yeah, sure. So, hey, Lee didn't tell you about this. His computer died on Tuesday, right before the live stream.
This one seems like it's wanting to die now.
Well, he called in the cavalry, and he ordered a supercomputer that's supposed to be here before the next live stream.
It's not even here yet, and I'm already ordering upgrades for it. I just ordered 8 terabyte drives.
How many 8 terabyte drives did you buy?
One right now, but whenever I get the NAS system, I'm going to go with either the 10 or the 12 terabyte drives, and it holds 10 of those.
Nice. Hey, William, good to see you.
Yeah, but I'll finally be going from that little 2-core computer to a 16-core computer.
Oh, it'll be night and day.
Oh,
night
definitely.
and day. You'll be like, well, really? I've been missing this my whole life. So DC, you changed your name. It's DC and his bees now, not just DC. So I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
That's a thumbs up. So yeah, so I mean, it's just been one of them weeks, man. It's like get up, drive, drive an hour each way. I delivered some queens. That first day, it was crazy. I knew Sam, my mentor at South Carolina Happy Bees, check out his YouTube channel. He had he wanted 5, right? But when I got to his house, he's like, you know what? Just give me 7. Okay, so he bought 7. Then another guy bought 3. And then before I even made it to Sam's house, I got a call saying, Blythewood Bee Company said you might have some queen bees. I said, yeah, I'm actually coming back picking them up right now. Where are you located? He's like, oh, I live in Eastover, which is like on my way from the bee place to Sam's. I said, well, I can stop at this gas station and you can just meet me there. He's like, sure. I just opened the box and let him pick a queen out, right? He took the queen.
Pick a number, any number, huh?
Yeah. And so, now I got lots of queens. Lots of queens.
How many you got left?
Today? Okay, so what I did is, the first queens that I had them in colonies sitting there, and they were allowing them to eat their way out, and then people were coming to getting them. So I was just going and pulling them out of the nukes I had them in and selling them the ones that I had in there. So today, I think I replaced those. I think I have 20 queens available. If I let all the ones that are in there just eat their way out, right? The ones that are banked right now, they can't get out. So
are they in the JZBZ cage?
Yeah, and they're upside down into the battery tray.
Okay.
On top of the frames, in between brood frames.
So they just in the trays. They don't have the little caps on them.
No, they just have candy. I've got caps though.
Okay.
I just don't have them on there right now. I just left them in the trays, and that way they're all standing up and down with the candy on the bottom, and the bees can have full access from the top.
Yeah, good.
So we'll see. It's just trying to diversify a little bit. No notes, man. No notes. I know which colony they're in. I know which colony I don't want to take them out of, kind of. Well, here's the thing. When I got the first set of queens, I went through every single colony. If I did not see eggs in the colony, queen. Automatically, queen. I went through there, no eggs, queen. And then if I did see eggs, guess what? Made splits, right? Made nukes. And then guess what? They needed queens. When I made the nuke splits, they needed queens. So I literally made a split into a pro nuke, put a queen in there, close it up. Pro nuke, split, split, pro nuke, queen, close it up. So.
Talking about queens and eggs. All right, you remember my number one hive had the blue queen in it. I said she swarmed on me.
Right.
One of the best pattern layers I had. I put a frame of eggs in there, I believe it was last weekend. And I just wanted to go in today and check, see if they drew out any queen cells. Undoubtedly, there's a queen somewhere in there because they got capped brood. And I didn't put any capped brood in because it's in the supers. I don't have a queen excluder on it, so they're in the medium supers. They got capped brood all in it. So somewhere in there's a queen.
So now you got to go through everything and
go try to find where she is. Maybe get her marked, get her below in the bottom brood box, and put an excluder in.
Hey, DC, speaking about getting stung, I had someone come get 2 queens yesterday afternoon. I got zapped twice on my neck because I don't know why, but they just got me. But it's all right. So I've got a question for you guys. I'm going to ask you your opinions. So you got to write it in the chat. And I'm going to hold what I said to do to the person. And I want to hear what you guys think. And I'll give you a little bit of a backstory. So the backstory is back in January and December, I was pulling honey off of colonies because they had too much honey stores. And I was asked by a person, why are you pulling honey this time of year? Don't they need that honey to make it through winter? Well, maybe in Ohio or Massachusetts or somewhere up north, they don't need as much honey as they have right now, which is why I'm pulling it to give the queen more room to lay. Then, and the person that I'm talking to is running horizontal hives. I don't run horizontal hives. So that's where, some of you guys' expertise might come in. So, I get called and they say, Bob, I've got this really, really aggressive colony. And I think they don't have a queen. Cool. So he said he wanted 3 queens. I went over there, delivered the queens. He said he wanted to split that colony up and requeen them. Make 2 splits off of this colony. And so I went there. There's 15 frames. There's no queen cells, no eggs, no brood, no larva, but it is slam packed. About 15 frames of solid bees. There's bees everywhere, and they're pissed. And but nothing else. No queen. No, there's nothing. As far as actual working colony, right? It's just forager bees storing honey, old bees storing honey.
They getting honey
So,
bound too?
oh, they were filled up. I mean, it wasn't all the way. A lot of it was capped, but a lot of it was still just nectar that they haven't dehydrated all the way out. And I said, all right, well, I'll help you go ahead. I mean, if you want to split, we got the queens here now. You paid me for the queens. So let's go ahead and, he split it into, he put 3 or 4 frames in one colony, 3 or 4 frames in another colony with a, empty frame of empty drawn comb in the 2 splits. And then the other ones he replaced some of those frames with, yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. So we replaced the frames that we took out in the middle, like where a brood box would be. And we replaced that and put a queen in each section. Now, later on, I got to thinking afterwards, because I just went through this with that monster colony, right? They wouldn't requeen. They wouldn't requeen. And my thing is, I told him, I said, man, I think your colonies are doomed. And he's like, well, what do you mean? I said, well, let's do some bee math. He's like, what do you mean bee math? I said, well, this time of year when they're out foraging and everything, they got about a 45-day lifespan. If the queen was released today and started laying, the first baby that would hatch would be 3 weeks from now. And then they're going to be in the colony for at least probably 2 weeks before they get out and start flying, right? Because all they do is attend to babies when they first come out.
You're going to be nurse bees.
And so you're looking at a month and a half, 45 days, literally, right around 45 days before there's any, where the brood starts cycling, right? The first are hatching out and she starts laying them back up again. So, yeah, it is hard to get old bees to accept the queen. So he went down the next day and bought 2 nukes. Not for me, but he bought 2 nukes, which I'm not hating on him for that. But he bought 2 nukes because he had another colony that he was going to, a long hive that he was going to put a nuke on each side, basically. And I said, well, what I would do is between those 2 nukes, I would pull 3 or 4 frames of brood, or at least 1 frame of brood out of each. You need at least 3, 1 for each colony. That way, at least there's a cycle happening, right? There's going to be new bees somewhere in the process. I said, because these bees will be dead. And he says, well, doesn't look like they're dying to me. There's plenty of bees. I said, right now there are plenty of bees, but you figure if there's no queen cells, no brood, no larva, that means it's been at least 3 weeks since the queen has disappeared, right? At least 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So that means in the next 3 weeks or so, those bees will be ready to die.
Yeah, that has no new life.
Yeah, there's kind of broke. So what would you guys have told them to do? Would you guys have told them to do that? No, unfortunately, this fella, he's a friend of mine, but he's one of those guys that you talk to and you give him advice or you tell him why you're doing something and don't really listen. Next thing I can hear the call already. Those queens died, man. Something wrong with them queens. No, ain't nothing wrong with them queens. Something wrong with the beekeeper.
Yeah, they could kill her. Especially, the older foragers, they're less likely to accept a new queen. So, they could roll her to start with.
Well, Texas, now they've got a queen in there. Now there's a caged queen in there. That's been in there 3 days or 2. Tomorrow will be the 3rd day. Yeah, I probably would have. I would have come up with something, right? I would have, even if you see, and that's where I'm cloudy on a long hive. Some things that I would do with using Langstroth, I could do a paper combine on a nuke and drop the whole nuke in, right? And the whole nuke absorbs into the colony. So you could do that. But how do you do that on a long hive? So, I mean, we pulled out 5 or 6 frames of honey. And
how many other colonies does he have there?
He's got one other long hive. And I asked him, I said, well, how's the resources in that colony? Because we could rob some brood out of there, you know. And he's like, oh, they're not that strong. But, you know, yeah, that's what I was saying. I would have I would have done some sort of combine, right? I mean, I did that. I even took a whole nuke, and I dropped it in a weaker colony, a nuke with a queen into a weaker colony that didn't have one to try to get them going. So we'll see. Either way, the old bees in the other colony would die, and the nuke would take over the box, whatever, you know, something. But that was a swarm. That queen, I shook that swarm for him. It was in his neighbor's yard, and we put it in a 5-frame nuke that he had, and then he built a long hive and started his long hive. Then, and it was a strong colony. But this is the 3rd year. You don't know how the queen was before it swarmed out of the other colony, right? When he got it. So, we're getting spam.
Like he should have started a lot earlier working on that.
Hey, somebody's canned this dude, man, on my channel. Let me see. Report. Unwanted content or spam. Boom.
I hadn't even seen anything pop up.
Well, you won't see it from this dude because all of his have been, I'm hiding all of his comments and I reported them. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel bad. On one hand, I feel bad for the bees because I don't want all them bees to die, right? And here it comes. I just reported this dude. Why is his messages still coming?
I just blocked him on StreamYard.
Now that'll block him in my channel?
Should.
Oh, yeah, it says message deleted. Yeah, so that's crazy. Mr. IP2. That's nice.
I don't know why they got to come in and do crap like that.
They have less life than a no-life beekeeper. But so I mean, I feel bad for the bees, but what do? I mean, all I can do is suggest things, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I was about to say, that's all you can do. I mean, just suggest stuff. You can't go over there and do it for him.
Here it comes again.
See, block.
But how's he keep getting in through a block?
That I have no idea. Because I mean, that's the second time I blocked him, and you said you blocked him.
I reported him. Unwanted commercial content or spam. There you go, spam. Even though it's just a monkey and watermelons, and here they come again. Dude, come on, man. What an idiot.
It was like, well, the thumbnail's changing from one to another.
Hide user on this channel. There you go, buddy. Put user in timeout. Hide user on this channel. Hey, Texas Beekeeper, I'm going to make you a mod, brother. If you want to block this dude, make sure it ain't accidentally getting him. How do you turn slow chat on? Let me see. Toggle times. I don't know how to turn on slow.
That I'm trying to remember.
What the hell? Hey, Jim, I'm going to make you a moderator too, but there you go. I don't know. It won't. It's a bot or something.
You notice the little thumbnail, his face keeps changing on the names?
Well, hey, maybe it helps the algorithm. Just can't read your chat.
I say more activity on the channel. I'm still trying to find where the slow mode is. I done forgot.
I don't know how to put on slow mode on the chat. Show 150,000, 1.5. Yeah, we only got 16 people watching. It'd be nice if it showed a bunch of people watching. So, hey, see, this is what happens when you try to do something, and then you can't have the conversation that you're wanting to have.
All right. You got your studio opened up?
Nope. I can, though.
I can tell you where the slow mode is.
Yep, studio. Where do I got to
go? See at the bottom where it says stream health? Actually, no, you ain't got to go there at the top where it says edit right next to the title.
Oh, I got to go to content first, right?
Yeah, content, and then go into your live.
And where it says what?
Stream. Right next to the title where it says edit.
Details. Do I have to hit the details button?
Shouldn't be a regular detail there. You got to go into the actual live stream part of the studio, not the content. Go up to the top right where it says create.
All right.
Hit live.
The go live.
Yep. And then over to your left, it has like the calendar icon at the bottom left.
Nope, I don't see it.
On the left side, they should have 3 icons.
It says manage webcam and stream. We're going to go into manage.
Manage.
Uh-huh.
And then click on the stream that we're on.
All right.
Then see in it where it says edit next to the title.
Yep.
Click edit.
Click and edit.
And then see on the left where it says customize.
Yep.
Click
slow
that.
mode. All right.
And put it in however much time you want, and hit save.
There you go. It should slow it down. Send a message every 1 minute, so they can't send but a message a minute.
Pretty much.
Well, that ain't gonna help for our live stream.
Nah, but maybe it'll aggravate him enough he'll leave, and then we can rechange the time.
How come you can't block straight up block a dude from your channel?
Should be able to. I mean, I've done blocked him. Well, I blocked him through StreamYard multiple times, and so have you.
Yeah, just reporting them, blocking them. All right. So anyway, I apologize about that idiot. So thanks, Lee, for helping me out with that.
All right.
But so anyway, what are we talking about? The guy's bees. Nice. It's just a bot. All good. That's it's just amazing that people waste more time doing stupid stuff. Now the bad part is even other people can't comment on mine but every once a minute.
And then
So
me trying to do a thing on multiple screens with this slow computer ain't helping.
Oh yeah, sure. Hold on, let me send out an invite. Sorry, guy got all in my grill. He got all in my mind.
Let me see if I can pull this picture up I took today and show everybody with this slow computer. I'm ready for the new one to come in.
Are you going to show the new computer?
Oh, no. Nah, actually, I didn't even think about that. I was going to just pull up a picture in the bee yard today. But the computer, I guess, has other ideas for me. It's not wanting to pull up.
Hey, Jim, I posted the link out. You can click on it and come in when you want to. We weren't planning to be live for a long time tonight, but maybe, till midnight my time, maybe 11 Lee's time, if you can stay that long. There's Jimbo. Hey, buddy, how's it going?
Good. Finally got the night off work, so glad you guys are on.
We were sitting around and Lee was sending me messages. So-and-so's got a live. So-and-so's got a premiere. and I was like, all right, well, cool. You want to do a quick live? Sure.
Yeah, sounds good.
You doing all right, man?
Doing good, guys. Just enjoying the Friday off work. Got into some bees for the first time today. Got my first bees opened up, so that was cool.
Did you get your first thing of the year?
Man, that ended up being a large swarm, really big. I don't know how you guys do it with the video camera, man. I could barely hold the video camera and get into the box. But,
the worst part about it, and I've been slack the last week or so about putting out videos, and it's not that I don't want to, but I'm trying to keep up with everything I got to do. And it's not the actual video footage. It's the editing process after it.
Yeah.
And the upload and doing the stuff in the back end of YouTube. That is the hard time. So, but I've got to get better at doing it. I've done a lot of little lives and stuff like that because that doesn't really take that much effort. Hit the button and go,
Yeah, I need to start doing it on the computer. I can't do anything on this phone. It just doesn't have the memory.
You end up doing little shorter clips, right? And then a bunch of small clips put together.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, and you just got to keep taking a little bit at a time with it, but it just doesn't fit on the phone. I'm running my, I guess I got a GoPro 7 Hero.
That's better than my GoPro, one of them. I just use a little Hero 5
Dude,
most of the time.
Yeah, I got to get that chest rig, man, like you have. That's nice.
Yeah, I saw Brian.
Hero 4,
Castle,
I got a Hero 10.
Castle Hives did that little split screen thing too with the camera where you can see. But he edited it way better than I do, right? So
you guys do good, man.
I just I don't know. I get lazy when it gets to editing. I just kind of I don't really want that in, so I'll just cut out a section. I don't really, not necessarily making a bunch of little windows and stuff shifting around and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think if I had the followers, man, I would just go live. The heck with it, But
I mean, yeah, going live is all right, but it's about timing, right?
Yeah.
Time. Sometimes, like when we do 8 o'clock, we might have 27 to 40 people watching at any one time. If like this later one, we've got 13 watching right now. It's it's just baby steps, steps.
You're live when you go live in the BR though, man. They're good.
That's when I use the Hero.
Yeah.
When I use the Hero, yeah, it's pretty good. And you know what? For some reason, if I stream it to Facebook and then I download it from Facebook and upload it to YouTube, it's quicker. It's quicker than doing it. I don't know why. I don't know if Facebook processes all that and it just saves it and then I upload it. The problem is I'm talking like it's a live video, but it's not really a live video at that point, But when I stream it from the Hero, as long as it's got a Wi-Fi connection to the house, it does pretty well.
Hopefully, starting this coming week, my videos will get a little bit better. Because as far as my edits, I've just been doing the minimum edit that I can, any transition, because the whole computer just wouldn't handle it.
Yeah, how you been, Lee, man? Good to see you.
But that new 16-core processor, that'll be able to handle a little bit more for me.
He said, how you doing?
Yeah, how you been, Lee? It's good to see you, man.
Oh, pretty good. How you been doing?
Good, man. I appreciate your videos. I love watching all your all's videos. But
thank you. Yeah, I've been busy trying to get my bee stuff together, and my old computer crashed, so I've been having to try to manually pull files out of that through the command prompt and get stuff from my new computer that's coming.
Technically, your computer didn't crash. Your Windows crashed, right? Because everything's still works.
Technically. Well, Windows did. It won't even boot into Windows. It won't even do a repair.
What Windows were you running?
10 Pro.
All right, this should have been fine.
Did you do pretty good selling honey last week, Lee?
I done decent. We done about 600 worth. It should have been a lot more, but didn't realize it. The same day we had our event, the city that we were doing it in was having their 100th anniversary celebration at another place.
I'm gonna grab
a lot of people was over there at that.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I went out to the beach.
At least you got that right.
Oh yeah, it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
But I got out in the yard today. I brought my video camera out there with me. Never even turned it on. But I did snap a couple pictures. I'm bringing one of them up on screen here. I got 2 medium supers on this one hive. And they're already filled and capped.
Nice.
We'll bring them down. We'll use my new extractor. And try to... Man, your honey's already capped like that?
Yep. That's that number 1 hive that I have that I couldn't find my blue queen in.
Now, I've got a colony that's just not moving up to the super, man. The bottom is like jam-packed. They're just not moving up to store honey. I don't know what to do with it.
Even that first swarm that I caught at the farmer's market a couple of weeks ago, I put a super on them. They got about half of every single frame in the super drawn out already and starting to put a little nectar back in, even though it's only halfway drawn out. But they doing a good bit of work here. But our privet, I mean, it's pretty much almost in full bloom right now. So they pulling in a lot of nectar.
You know, our privet, I was looking at that website, that Honeybee Net. Have you seen that? I think we talked about that before. It's Honeybee Net. It's a long link. I'll just drop it.
I think it was part of NASA stuff, but I pulled that up last year and I actually found. But everything that it showed for Louisiana, mainly is showing like stuff in North Louisiana for me.
So our privet is supposed to start in April and it blooms all the way to July. Here. Don't know. And let's see what we got coming up here. Starting in month 5 in May, we're supposed to get watermelon and the asters. Our bitterweed starts here in May. Knotweed, sumac, all that starts in May. But I'll drop a link to this if anybody wants to check it out. And you might have to go back to the actual home page because this is going to be the South Carolina map that I just linked. But you got pictures of that swarm, Jim?
Yeah, I just I put a little short up earlier, but I just published the video tonight a little bit ago.
I'll check it out.
It took me forever to edit it with this iPhone. It just can't handle the I don't know how big, I guess, the file. When you go from a GoPro to an iPhone. Hey, I got a question for you guys that you might be able to help me with if you don't mind.
Sure.
Hey, so I caught that swarm 7 days ago, right? So how long do you think it would take for them to start, to start seeing eggs or brood in it? Because I didn't see anything in that when I went. All I saw was drawn out comb and a lot of nectar. I didn't see any eggs or brood or anything.
You got black foundation,
I did
natural wax, or what?
Yeah, it's that black plastic, heavy waxed.
Okay.
It could take up to a week from what I heard once they get established. Because did you have any drawn comb in there when you put it in the box?
Yeah, I had one drawn frame, and I had 7 frames total. 6 were the black plastic, and they draw another. I mean, they drew like all the way down on one of my frames to the bottom of the box. I mean, it was huge. And it was full of nectar. I saw a ton of nectar, but I don't know. I'm so new, man. I don't really know what I'm looking at right off the bat. But I was looking for eggs. I didn't see any eggs or anything. I did see one hive beetle. That was it. But
did you find the queen in it?
No, Lee. I was looking, man. I was trying to find her, but I didn't see her.
Yeah, about to say, because I mean, depends on if they flew out with a mated queen or a virgin queen. If it was a virgin queen, it may take her a couple of days to a week, do some mating flights, and come back mated, and then start laying.
So this is right at the beginning of our season here.
Are they bringing in any pollen?
Yeah, they're bringing in pollen. Yeah.
You got you a queen in there.
They're bringing in pollen, and because I'm in northern Kentucky, so this is like right at the beginning of our season. So like Houston Sheldon, he's about the same timeline with me because he's about 3 hours away from me. But we're right at the beginning of swarm season here.
I would give him a few more days and then go back out there and look again. Yeah, and you'll start seeing the little bit of royal jelly in the bottom of the cells. It makes it just easier. My old eyes, man, I have a hard time seeing eggs sometimes.
Yeah, that
especially if it's old dark comb that they've drawn up in the middle, and she'll start there, right, in the older comb that you put in there.
Okay,
and then depending on how many bees are in the swarm, like I said, I didn't see the video yet. How many bees are in the swarm? They'll start drawing out nearest to that frame first, right in the middle. Yeah. And depending on how anxious she is to lay, I've seen them lay when they haven't even got the cell all the way drawn out yet.
Oh, maybe she did. Hey, Bob, Lee, you got to check my video out whenever you get a chance, man, and see this comb
I was just looking at the thumbnail of it. You pulling that frame up, it looks like it's pretty loaded.
They drew all the way to the bottom of the box on this one frame. And here I am, man. I'm a new beekeeper, and I'm like, holy cow, what am I going to do with that? But I ended up getting it off of there, and I ended up putting it on a blank frame. But man, it was cool. It couldn't be any cooler.
How could they
rubber banded in another frame?
How do they even do that? You got two boxes stacked up and one empty below it?
No, well, no. See, they did that on my swarm box. My swarm box is taller.
I got you.
When you're looking at it, those 2 boxes I got stacked up now. See, I moved them into a deep box. The second deep's only on there because I got a feeder on there. I got some sugar water on them. So
I apologize.
Space. No, you're good.
I just subscribed to you just now and hit notifications.
You're good.
I apologize.
See, I already had it on my
swarm review. I know. I'll tell you what. Sometimes, Matter of fact, if you put @Walker Bee Ranch in your description, it'll notify me every time that you commented on it.
Oh, okay.
So that'll help help out. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you a view right now. I got it running on my other computer right as we speak.
I'm having trouble running one window at a time
Dude,
right
what are you
now.
talking about? You had the little pop-up of the date and your logo in the corner. I don't do that. I got one overlay, and I just cut a piece of video and use that same overlay in the intro.
It's
And
fun with it.
Ricky Rourke commented on my video, "Is that a new logo?" Nope. Means you don't watch the beginning of my video, sir. That's what that means.
You seen that swarm that Ricky had in his garage?
I haven't seen that one yet either.
Yeah, he posted one a couple days ago.
He comments on all my videos, man. He seems like a real nice guy.
Oh yeah, he's very nice. Heck, he drove all the way from North Carolina to my house here in South Louisiana to bring a horizontal hive to me.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome.
I like how you numbered all your frames on that one end. That'll also help you in the future to remember which way your frames, when you pull them out, go in the box.
Yeah, I do that on mine. I put the year on my frame. That way I know how old they are, but I always keep the year on one end of the box.
He's got number 22 on it.
Man, see, I watch you guys do all this, man, and you make it look so easy. And then right when I'm in the fire like I am, man, it's a little different in real life.
DC, I think I've got yours. If not, I will today. Dude, that's a huge swarm box you built. That's nice.
Thanks. Yeah, it holds 7 frames. It's a little heavy, but I don't even put them into trees. I just sit them on the ground or a wood pile or something.
I made a mistake on one of mine. I left a medium frame in there, and they built out this much on the bottom of brood comb underneath it. And I keep saying I'm going to take it off, but they keep laying it back up. So I just leave it in there. You know, I'm like, I'm just going to work it. Oh, so the logo thing, you just basically get a PNG file that's not you can, if you just got a square picture or something like that, you can just use it as a picture and do an overlay with it. Or what I do is I use a PNG file that has no background. It's just my logo. And I just drag that logo to wherever I want to put it on the video, like to another video line, and it automatically overlays that on top of your video footage. And then you can size it and move it where you want to move it on the video. Hey, William, did you ever get DaVinci to work, or did you go with something else? Change it to 20 or 30. Yeah, I haven't seen any spams lately. I can maybe even take it off now.
Yeah, take it off, give it a try. You can always add it back.
Let's see. See if I remember. Lee is the genius. Go live.
Manage, edit, customize.
Wonder where Mike's at tonight.
Let's see. 10:30. He may already be in bed.
Why is it not giving me the edit feature? Oh, I got to click it. All right. Then edit. And customization. All right, I took slow mode off. So now that the guy gave up on us, it should be better.
It don't matter what I'm doing tonight. I'm in slow mode all the way around on this thing.
That had the computer just put you in default slow mode.
The only window I got open right now is the StreamYard, and both of y'all are still lagging when you move and talk.
Hey, you should see the super system that Lee just bought.
Let me see if I can. It's going to take me a minute or two, but I'll pull up a picture of it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I've been meaning to build a computer myself.
Well, I had planned on building one, but the one I wanted to build, I really didn't want my wallet to hurt that bad right now.
Yeah.
I just bought one that was kind of pre-configured, had a little customization to it, but it won't even be here until Tuesday, and I'm already ordering upgrades for it.
My wife works from home, so she pretty much uses the computer anymore. I just use my phone, but man, I'd really like to get a nice desktop.
I've never been a fan of laptops at all. I mean, they got their purpose, but for what I use, it just never has been something that I've
I think I am still going to end up buying another hard drive for that laptop, though. That way I can just take it places with me.
Oh, I didn't even tell y'all. Through all this beekeeping stuff I've been doing this week, dishwasher also died, so I had to replace a dishwasher in the middle of it.
Oh,
So
dang.
real life comes through in a pinch, right?
Yeah, that stinks.
Always at the worst time. Is your computer going to upload the photo?
I'm still trying to get it to pick my phone up to even realize it's plugged in here. Like I said, this computer is way worse than the other one that I had.
Is Johnny Walker in here? I haven't seen him, but I wanted to thank Johnny. He sent a super chat on my live this morning, and I just wanted to give him a shout out, thank him for that again. That was a welcome little bit of change. Yeah, his GPU's got you got 3070 Ti in his.
Yeah,
new
3070 Ti.
Let me see. Yeah, how much did it set you back? Just the system you bought?
Just a system without any extra that I've been ordering was a little over 2,600.
Yeah, that's about right. That's the tax and everything, right? Tax and free shipping.
Yep.
That's nice.
They had the option. Thought it was kind of funny. I didn't look until after, but I got to think. I said, "Well, hell, I wonder what other shipping option they had if I could call them back and pay a little extra." They had an option for $104 shipping, and it would have came one day earlier than what they were already planning on delivering. I said, "Nah, I can wait."
Yeah, for $100, no way. That's 4 queens.
Shipping is crazy lately. It seems like
it's bad.
It's the fuel prices. That's why I didn't feel bad when I like these nukes, and people are like, "How much are your nukes?" $25. I mean, $250. Or I'm mixing my queen prices up with my nuke prices. $200, right? And I just was like, hell, every piece of equipment you buy has gone up in price, from the pro nukes to the frames to everything.
That's what they cost here, Bob, all day long. You can't get a nuke for under 200 here.
So, and I'm going to ask him if on his way back to town after he installs them, if he'll drop my pro nukes back off so I can use them again. If he don't want to, that's fine. But I would like to have him back and reuse them if I can, since he's just getting started.
Is he going to swap you frames out or?
No, I didn't tell him anything about that. He's a vet too, so I'm like,
yeah,
just go with it, right?
Yes, sir.
Let me see. YouTube B videos killed it. It's a 1K paperweight. Yeah, with computers, even when I build a new computer, I still salvage as much as I can out of the old one to reuse. So like if I've got good memory, I'll add the memory to my new system and up the memory that's in it. And that's, with my desktops, that's easy to do. Not so much going from a laptop to a desktop, but yeah, Earl, pop in, buddy, since you're up and all going.
All right, I think I can finally pull a picture up here, Bob. It took that long to get it off of my phone to the computer.
That looks awesome.
It does, doesn't it? All the RGB, water cooled.
That water cooled is neat.
I've got that little radiator in here too. That looks like an NXTZ cooler. That's what it looks like.
To be honest, I don't remember.
Or NZXT, I think is what it is. It looked like it in the picture. The GPU is a 3070 Ti is the one he's got.
Yeah.
That's a one step ahead of what mine is. Mine's a 3060 Ti. But graphics cards are so outrageous right now.
Well, that's the only option I had on that one. If I would have had the option, I would have liked a 3080 Ti.
Right.
But I may end up doing it later. I don't know yet. If I build a second computer.
Oh, you got
But
the
like I
bug
said,
now.
going from a dual core to a 16 core, I could
yeah.
really even live without the GPU just by the processor upgrade.
You'll be so amazed how things change and how fast your system is and how fast first of all, just how fast the computer system boots up. Just from the time you hit the button till it's on the screen, you'll be like, holy crap, what happened?
Yeah. And it's got the 1 terabyte NVMe boot drive, but that I'm adding 3. Well, I don't know if I'm going to do 3 or 4 of the Samsung SSD SATA drives.
Right.
And then I just ordered an 8 terabyte, basically just a storage drive.
I don't even know if I'll be able to sleep tonight with them guys coming to. It's the first nukes I've ever sold, right? And I want them to have a good experience with them because if they want more bees, maybe they come back to me, But I definitely don't want them boo-booing my name saying that guy sold me a bunch of crap. You know what I mean? So that's the fear factor because it's the first nukes that I've sold.
I don't think they'll say that, Bob.
Well, you never. Well, I'm used to seeing laid out brood patterns, right? And when I made them 3 days ago, they were laid out brood pattern, but brood's been hatching and their new queen has still been in the cage. And I told them that it was in the cage so they could go release it when it's there. I didn't want it to get injured in shipping. It was a new queen, give them some time to acclimate. Hey, look who we got.
You got Hillbilly down here.
And I added some, I don't see him yet. I just see his backdrop. There he is. There you go. Earl.
What's up? I thought I was already on here. I looked and I said, I'm on live and didn't know it. Turns out it was Jim Hamby. It wasn't me at all. I was like, I need to get on there then.
What's up, man? What's up?
I thought you was my brother. I didn't know, bub.
Yes, sir, man. We're all brothers, aren't we?
How close do you live around here?
I'm in, Northern KY.
Uh-oh. That's close.
Yeah, I'm about 3 hours from Corbin. You know where Corbin's at, right?
Yep. I'm about 3.5 hours from Corbin.
Are you?
Probably closer to you, to be honest. I used to haul coal down to Portsmouth and what's that Kentucky town? Ashland.
Okay. I'm more down. I'm kind of like north on 75, about 15 minutes from Cincinnati.
Oh, no doubt. Well, I was born in Defiance, Ohio.
Okay.
I'm about all over the world, man. At least the United States, anyway, in one foreign country.
So we could start a band and give ZZ Top a run for their money.
There you go, man. This is what it looks like when I brush mine.
I didn't have the full beard, but last year I had the goatee hanging way down.
That's what I call the devil beard. I grew me one of them one time, but my wife said it had to go.
Yeah, mine didn't like it too much, but she didn't complain. But I had to shave it off for a plant they sent me to.
As mean as you looked with that muscle man mustache, I couldn't imagine the devil beard. That would have looked wild, especially if you had that long hair.
Do you guys find the bees like your beard? They try to get into it?
No, mine don't bother mine. And sometimes I'll use it to brush them out of the way.
That's your beard brush?
Sometimes I can go. And blow on them at the same time. They just get out of the way. But I got some tricks I do, things I do that, I ain't shared yet, but I probably will future. I got a spray that I made up that I put on me before I go into the bee yard. And every time I go in there, I can play with almost anybody's bees and not have to put nothing on much. Uh, I have that hat with that veil on it. Sometimes I'll put that on if they're pouncing against my glasses, because I always wear my glasses. I can't see close up or far away without them.
I
Yeah,
don't know
man,
if you
gotta have something to get them out of your eyeballs. And
you,
the
you,
other
you see
thing I
how
don't like is they try to crawl in my ears sometimes.
you see how dirty these glasses are. Can you see the spots on them?
Yeah, man, you're like me, Bob. We gotta have them. We're older. We're
Yeah, but
little.
when I look down at the bees and the sweat drips right into the
Right on the
glasses,
glass. Right on the glass.
and,
Yeah,
and then they're useless.
and then you're
Somebody left a
blind.
comment on here a couple of videos back about this. Said wear one of the old school sweatbands.
Oh, really? I saw
I probably
somebody who
got
used
one
to
of them
do that.
laying around, old as I am. I probably got an original. I probably try to find me a bandana.
There is a beekeeper, and I think he might be in. What's his name? He's got dark hair and he wears glasses, and he always wears that sweatband. Do they even make them things anymore? Them old
I
school
hadn't seen any.
headbands,
Yeah, like you'd see them wearing when they would be doing tennis or whatever.
right?
It had the
I'm sure they're
wristbands that
on
matched when
Amazon.
you was a kid.
Right. You're like, what are you doing as a kid that you need to wear wristbands?
Dude,
Cool.
that was your Spider-Man web packs. You had to have those, or you couldn't shoot webs. That's what I told my little brothers.
Cool back in the day.
Oh,
I'm like,
that's
you can't
funny.
shoot webs, Joe. I can.
So, Earl, have you been able to get into your bees much yet?
I got into them one time, and I had just a little bit of wonky comb in the deep, which don't bother me too bad, because when I take it to make the split, that's going to give me 3 frames in one, because the comb actually has, you know, down the middle and then up the sides, and that's going to benefit me. So I'll take that and put it in my nuke, and then I'll probably try to find one more that has. I think there's one more that has like 2 frames on it. So I'll technically be getting 5 frames in 2 that I can put in a nuke, and then let that colony alone, and I'll give them some full frames of comb back, take care of them. But it should get me going pretty good. They're still, I know you'll find it hard to believe, guys, but they're still eating the fondant that they gave them in November. And
I
when
still
you
have some
coat it in
nukes with
peppermint, it lasts
some-
forever. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I still got some eating. Some of my nukes eating the sugar blocks that I made over winter.
Oh yeah, they will.
They're
Man, that
slowly
stuff-
eating it. When they need it, they eat it.
I'm fixing to show you a 2-week. It's been about 12, maybe 13 days since I showed that patty that I coated in peppermint.
Right.
And I'm anxious to get out there and make a video and look at that and see what it looks like. And I've got another one with a round feeder on it. I already crushed one hive beetle in it, and I dropped a bunch of peppermint candies in it and the sugar water to keep it from, I don't know, maybe it'll keep them beetles away from it. But so there are beetles out there, and we'll see what the coated peppermint has done for that patty that I left in that bait hive.
Time is Honey put out the bee crack video today. Did you see that?
I sure did, and commented. That was awesome, man. Only him and you know about that, and I think Houston. And one of my viewers, I shared it with them on a web chat. But outside of that, I've not ever told anybody about that either.
Well, I'll wait for you to release it before I say anything about it.
I'm about ready to tell you what I spray on me before I tell you that recipe for bee crack.
B-Rad, how you doing? I saw your video today, checking your nukes. Gave me a shout out on the frame that you added.
Yep.
What's up, brother Brad?
What's going on?
Good to see you, dude.
Yeah, you too.
Big fan. I like to just hear you talk, brother.
See,
Like he's in his bees, but any minute I'm expecting him to wrestle a damn gator. I don't know. It's just me or what.
you're waiting out there to go look at his mater plants or something, and there's a gator sitting next to it.
I was gonna say, this here's an 11-foot alligator beside of my bees. This is what you do: grab him by the tail and throw him back in the swamp like it ain't nothing.
I don't have no gators in Joe. We got turtles.
That's bad enough if you got them big king snappers.
Yeah, we get turtles all the time coming into the yard from the pond and stuff.
Yeah.
especially after they go out for laying.
Do they come out there and just lay in the sun on you?
What, the turtles?
Yeah.
They'll stay along the pond edge and lay in the sun, but them females will travel, across the pasture to go lay their eggs somewhere. And at this time of year, we get babies that just appear all over the yard. Every now and then, you fling one out the lawnmower.
Just
I was heading to town today, and somebody stopped. I mean, dead in the middle of the road, threw their flashes on, and was getting out in the middle of traffic, getting a little small turtle up out of the road.
Yeah, they hatching right now.
We got about 4 kinds of turtles around here. We got 2 land turtles, and we got a couple of well-known. We got the mud turtles that gets big as those snapping kings, but I don't think they're the exact same thing. But they're pretty closely related according to their armor and their bite. But then we got these ones I call leatherbacks. They just get these big old smoothback shells. I've seen those things big as a daggone car tire just laying in the sand beside the river. I think that's pretty cool to see them. I've seen them get up on logs and just lay there and let the sun hit them.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty wild how big they can get. A lot of people eat them, but I don't. You ever eat any turtle, Brad? I know you have.
He's breaking up on him.
Department building interstates and stuff and every now and then when we was little, he'd come home and say, go in the back of the truck and get that snapper and kill him.
I knew you eat some.
Huh?
I knew you'd eat some.
Yeah. And we used to kill them big snappers, and you could stick a straw in their mouth about an hour later when the head was cut off and it would still close on it. The nerves in that turtle stays alive forever.
Like a snake.
Oh, yeah.
Snake could do that to you too.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
I never could
I've
do
seen
the turtle
turtles be like my uncle. He said there's 7 different flavors in this one daggone animal right here. You can't get that nowhere else, he said.
7 different flavors.
Yeah, that's what he said. I don't know.
Got more spices than KFC.
It would have to be for me to eat it. And I've eat a lot of things, man. I've eat coon, I've eat groundhog. I ain't never eat no possum though.
I do like coon. I
It's
like
a greasy.
coon, put it on the
It's a greasy
barbecue real
dish.
low.
Yeah, raccoon's a greasy dish. I
No, you
think
just
unless
gotta
it's
make
hot
sure
out of
you
the oven.
You got to make sure you get all the glands out of it.
Yeah, get it fresh, because if you wait and go like the next night and get it out of the refrigerator to try to eat it, it's going to look like somebody dumped lard on it.
Yeah, you got to keep them fresh and cook them over a fire with a bunch of Tonys.
You guys are talking
like a
way
roast
outside
chicken.
my purview right now. I don't know nothing about none of that.
I can get this is redneck about anything you want to get redneck about, man. If you want to get down to catching worms, night crawlers, crawfish, red ones, gray ones, clear ones, big
saw
sandy
somebody
crayfish.
Take
I've caught shrimp.
2 pieces of pipe and put them in the ground and run electrical current through them and draw the worms to the top. See them do that.
You can take a little stick that has rough, knobby edges on it. Put one in the ground and take another one, rub up and down it, and it hitting those little knobs on the stick.
Vibrations,
Cause the vibration, they'll come up out the ground.
Well, when we was little, we used to use rebar. We'd rub 2 pieces of rebar together in the ground, and that would get the worms up, the night crawlers out the ground.
Now I'm gonna give you the hillbilly trick. You go outside with a whole bunch of Dawn dishwashing liquid, and you just spray it all over the ground, and then when there's enough left where you think you won't get your head cracked by the old lady, you take it back in there, put it on the sink, come back outside, you get your garden hose out, and you just start just spraying the heck out of it, making bubbles and forcing it into the ground. In about 2 minutes, they'll all be choked to death coming up out of there. Problem with it is sometimes they don't live long, so you need to be fishing with them at night.
You missed one step, though.
What's that, brother?
When you bring the bottle back inside, you're supposed to add a little water to it so she don't know that you used half the dishwashing liquid.
Yeah, shake it up and say I must have dropped it. It's awful thin.
Well, you blame that on Walmart.
Yeah, they're getting cheaper and cheaper these days. Pay more and get less.
You guys are
Yeah, DC said just stick that rebar in the ground and hook the car battery to it.
Yep, that's what
Yeah.
I've seen a video on that. I've never done it.
Well, now, if I've got an apparatus like that, I might as well throw it in the boat and just throw them out there in the water and crank like crazy and bring them to the top and hit them with a club.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I
the
tell
old
you-
crank phone.
Drag them in the boat and you didn't hit them hard enough, they come back alive. You got to whack them again.
I'll tell you a worm mistake I made. I went fishing. I didn't use all my night crawlers, right? I came home. We had this refrigerator out in the garage, and I put them in there that we didn't really use, but it was plugged in. I put them in there and forgot about them. And they were found several months later, and the aroma was a very special one that was inside that refrigerator after that point.
That's what happened with me and shrimp.
You did have a shrimp before?
I had some shrimp in the freezer that I didn't, they just stayed there a little too long, and I got them out thinking, yeah, this will be all right. But I'm, a year turns into 2, 3, who knows? But I'd been down in North Carolina. I used to go down there a lot because when I was younger, my mom lived down there. She married a Marine, and so we had to go down that way and live. And I went to high school down there at this little place called Dixon High School next to Topsail Island, and yeah, we done some shrimping, man. I can sling a 12-foot net pretty good if it's one of those round nets anyway.
I like to do crabbing like that, but not with the net. I've just used a chicken neck and a piece of string or twine.
I saw a woman do that one time when I was shrimping. I was walking this railroad bridge, and she was just sitting down there on the rock beside it, and she had 2 buckets, one with crabs in it and one with chicken legs, and she had a little rope, and she'd go sling that out there, buddy.
Just
barely
pull them
bring
in,
it back.
let
real
it sit
slow.
for a minute. You'll see the chicken starting to get drugged, like the line will start moving.
She pulling out blue crabs. She pulling out blue crabs. My hands can't show you, but big around's my head.
Sounds good, man. That sounds good to eat.
And then you lift them up, but you don't take them out of the water, and you put a fishing net underneath them and just lift the whole thing out. And
I honestly thought when I saw her doing that, I said, I would never go hungry if trapped on an island. I'll just find me some dead bird or something, tie it onto my belt or rope, throw it out there, and just bring me in some crab legs.
Fish heads, if you're cleaning your fish, you can just tie the string on the fish head.
When they grab hope, man, they don't let go. They're like, no, this is mine.
Right. Sometimes you get more than one on it too.
She did.
Well, I made a mistake with that too because I've had them in a styrofoam cooler and put ice on it in my car. But by the time I got home, 3 hours later, man, the inside of my Mustang smelled like blue crab and ass.
Technically, that's what happened.
I can eat the crabs. I can eat the crawfish. I eat oysters, calamari, but I just couldn't do the turtle.
The turtle, you got to make my dad used to make it out in a red gravy.
If you make that turtle and keep that head out of it and them claws, let me look at just nothing but meat, I could probably do it.
Yeah.
But now if I got to get the skull out of the way and get me a bite of meat, I can't handle that.
You don't want it looking back at you, huh?
I still mad at my stepmother making my squirrel gravy with the skull in it one time. I was like, she ruined it. I could deal with a little bit of squirrel hair, but the whole skull head was too much. And I was like, what do you want me to do with this? And so she grabs it with a spoon and pops its head and sucks the brains out. And I'm like,
hey,
it's a good thing she belongs to Dad because I would kick her ass out right now.
When I first got married, I went hunting with my father-in-law and my mother-in-law. We went camping, and we killed a bunch of squirrels. And I was skinning mine, and I always just cut the head off and threw it away. Well, when I cut that head off, my mother-in-law almost had a fit.
Same thing with my yeah.
You cut off the best part. She made me cut them eyeballs out and keep that head.
Oh, at least they cut the eyeballs out, brother. My stepmom, she did not cut no eyeballs out. This thing was looking at me. They like to suck the eyeballs and the brain. I like to die, dude. I like to die.
I remember.
How hungry do you got to be, man, to say, "Oh, look at this cute little skull"?
We used to eat them all the time, man, and you'd always get the pellets. Every once in a while, you get the pellets.
Just like you. It's just like, yeah, I've done that too. That'll bust your teeth, won't it?
Yeah.
All the
Especially these new
all the
hard
ca-
metals.
all the Cajuns in the parish that I live at had stopped eating the squirrel heads because somebody had went around and told them that it caused mad cow disease.
That's because there was a study about eating cow brains and pork brains and the effects on the human body, and they said it could lead to certain diseases, but I'm not sure what they are. I'll just be talking out of school if I did.
The
But they
hell,
ain't much worse than somebody that'll suck on a crawfish and just turn its head around and suck all the guts out backwards. I can't do that either.
Oh, that's the best part.
Oh,
I went
no.
up. I went up to Canada and went rabbit hunting, and I must have bagged 25 rabbits, and I carried them all to my uncle, and I was like, "Here you go, Uncle. What you want to do with these?"
You field dress them in the field when you shot them, or do you carry them with the guts in them?
No, I carried them with the guts in them. I mean, it was winter time, so there was snow on the ground and everything. So
that gets heavy.
I put them in the bag, and I was carrying them back. And I actually had them in a black garbage bag, right? So I carried them back, and I mean it was really quick because they were everywhere. And I said, "What you want to do with this?" He's like, "Okay, let me see the bag." I handed it to him. He looked in it. He says, "Oh, that's pretty good." Tied and knotted it and chucked him in the trash bin. He's like, "That's just," he said, "that's just population control around here." I thought he was gonna, eat them. But nope.
Rabbit stew's pretty good, man.
I know it is. Or barbecue rabbit's pretty good too.
Yeah. If you don't want to carry them around with all them guts inside them, you just pick them up, get up and under their front legs, up at the top of that rib cage, and if you've ever milked a cow, use that cow milking motion, and all them guts will fall right out his hind end.
Really?
And they'll hit the ground, and you'll be like, I ain't got to carry that much. It's like half the weight. So when you got 7, 8 rabbits in your pack or in your back, whatever how you pack them,
right?
They get a little lighter that way.
Take all the innards out.
Yeah, all at one time, man, like milking a cow, just whoop,
and then just pull them, cut them loose, and
they just fall right out, man. It's crazy.
I can see us losing subs now, talking about killing rabbits and killing squirrels and killing.
No,
raccoons
sir, I'm talking about hillbilly survival. They must have heard something different. I'm talking about. You never know with Russia what's going to happen. I might have to go back to doing that, so I might have to explain to my buddies the best way to go about certain things so that if they had to do it, they could, survive as well. I don't want y'all to be without some daggone hillbilly logic.
Well, it's like how, then the people's like, well, where do you think your meat comes from? I just go to the grocery store.
Yeah,
where do you think that meat came from?
Before online. It was an old picture of like a newspaper article. It said something about to all the hunters. I don't know why you got to go hunting and try to shoot meat. Just go to Walmart where they make it.
Right.
Yeah. Let me tell you what I tell people. I said my daddy raised beef, and I happen to know that when you go to Winn-Dixie and Walmart and some of these other brand meat stores to get meat, the best you can buy is a select cut. I said, now there's 2 choices above that, choice and prime, but select is the one on the bottom. I said, just so you know, that sick looking cow with his eyeball hanging out, that's the select one. So there is a reason that I prefer buying beef off a farm versus buying it out of a store. I would rather have the good beef that's healthy and not the select cut weak ones missing the eyeball and the leg missing or something. So, yeah, they can have the select. I'm going to take that prime cut or that choice cut right out of the woods, right off the farm, and I'm going to live good by it. And I don't have a problem with it.
When we used to go to the auction, and they had a couple of guys that always sat at the bottom of the ring that would buy cattle for the big slaughter companies that would supply meat to stores and to big stores and stuff.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They would always buy
meat
the ugliest, cancerous on the eyeballs and stuff, cows that was sick that would go for the low price.
That's the select cut beef, man. That's your Walmart steaks.
They would buy something that didn't have a life span of 2 more weeks.
That's your hamburger.
Because they were going straight to the slaughterhouse with them.
If they
Right.
can't get good steaks out of them, they turn it into hamburger. They don't care. You're going to eat it. But if you
Oh
want
yeah.
good choice meat or prime meat, you have to go to a restaurant for that because that's just not really offered to the general public unless you know where a good butcher shop is, like the bearded butchers. I love watching bearded butchers, man. Those guys are cool.
Yeah, I like those guys too, man. They eat a lot of venison. We do too.
Oh yeah, man. They get that good Wagyu steak every now and then and eat it, and I'm like, I wish I knew what it tastes like.
Yeah, I've never had that.
That's expensive stuff. I never tried it either.
$100 a steak. That's what I'm talking about.
For the real stuff.
Yeah, for that Chinese or that Japanese certified Wagyu.
Yeah, it's Japanese.
Yeah, Japanese. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
That's expensive
Actually,
stuff.
Wagyu is just Japanese word for cow.
Well, and then they got a breed that they have specific to their country that
Yeah.
that they use for and they won't allow anyone else to have that breed.
What
of
is the
cow.
name of that town? The name of the steak is the name of the town. What is it? I can't remember.
Uh, I don't know.
I don't know either. It's a certain type of Wagyu steak, though.
Yeah, they have a similar type of cow here or beef here, but it's not a purebred like it is in Japan.
Yeah, probably an F2 or an F1 that's off of a
Yeah.
purebred.
Yeah, it's
I
not a
know in the
purebred.
Japan one they have it's a lot more marbling of the meat
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
fat.
Yeah. Wish I could think of the name. Corbin.
Sorry.
I'm wanting to say Corbin, but I know it ain't right.
I don't know. I just seen it on a. They had some kind of episode on TV about that.
Kobe.
Yeah,
Kobe beef.
yeah.
Yeah, Kobe Wagyu. That's from Kobe, Japan. That's the high dollar
Mhm.
stuff he's talking about. The bearded butchers could only afford like a tenderloin, so they didn't get a whole cow. They just cut up a tenderloin for a party they done, and man, that was killing me watching them eat that. I could
just-
probably be there in about 4 hours. I'm going to go see them one day.
You need to
hey,
come get some of
Hillbilly.
these queens I got, man. I got too many queens. You need to come drive down and pick up some queens.
You let me get a hold of some money, man, and I'll be doing just exactly that. Right now, things are tight, and it's just getting by, but good times look like they're coming. So we'll see. See how my hustles work out.
Yes.
I did have a question for Lee.
What's that?
Being in Louisiana, I was looking on the internet because people done told me you didn't have to register your hives if you didn't have so many in Louisiana. But I looked underneath the Louisiana agriculture and stuff, and it says you do have to have a certification for beehives in Louisiana.
Yeah. Even if you only have one hive, just as a hobbyist, it's still supposed to be registered.
Okay. What is you don't know the site that you have to go to register it, huh?
Look
Well,
under
they'll give it to you.
look under the Louisiana Beekeepers Association.org
Mhm.
website, and they'll have a little link in there to register bees, and then it takes you to the Louisiana agriculture website. I can't remember
Okay.
the ag site offhand.
I'm registered. I'm on the Virginia's deal, but we don't have to register here in Virginia, and we don't have to be inspected unless we're deciding to sell bees. If we decide we're going to sell bees, we have to be inspected. But outside of that, it's free range in Virginia. And a lot of people think, "Oh man, that must be nice." No, it's not a good thing. Any idiot can have bees and do what they want, and that's not cool by me.
That's me. I'm
Now,
an
like
idiot
in
that has
Louisiana,
bees.
if you
No,
have
you
under
ain't.
10
I've
hives,
watched your shows.
if you have under 10 hives, I mean, you still have to register even with one. But if you have 10 or less, it don't cost nothing to register them. Over
we don't have to
10,
register
I
at all,
think
but
up to 25 hives, it might cost you $4 a year.
like to get in that college course down there with Dr. Jamie Ellis in Florida, they're like, you got to register. We won't let you in the course. So I had to register and get in the course so I could get in that course, or I wouldn't register at all. But
Mm-hmm.
now
Yeah, they
everybody
don't.
can know where my bee yards are just by getting on the Virginia site.
You
Yeah,
don't have
Brad,
to
they'll give you a
register here.
little state registration certificate. And if you have more than one yard, they give you a sticker that you're supposed to place in each one of your yards.
Yeah, and I can get on your state's website and find each each yard you got.
Yep.
And I don't really care for that.
We don't have to register here in Kentucky.
Now, I mean,
but
you don't have to give them the exact address of the yard. You just put on the paperwork what parish it is in and how many colonies you have.
We're broke up into counties and towns, so that won't work with us because we don't have parishes.
Yeah. Well, I
The
mean,
French done that,
basically, parish and county is the same thing. It's just they call it parish here.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's the
I just
same
figured-
thing.
I figured the French just done you all a favor, and this parish was just a lot bigger than a county or something. I had no idea.
Now we have, I believe it's 64 parishes in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Last time I come through Louisiana, I was either on Route 20 or Route 10. I can't remember. And all I could do was just look out for gators, both kinds, the real ones
If
and
you
the
were
ones
looking for
off the
gators,
truck.
you were probably on 10.
Yeah.
Yeah,
don't
we
think
was
they'll
on
have
10.
too many
It
on
goes
20.
across South Louisiana.
Swamp comes right up beside the interstate. It's like, here I am. I'm like,
That's
damn,
probably
don't wreck.
10.
Don't wreck here. That'd be bad.
DC says as long as he's registered, he's not liable if people get stung. And I get an ag number as a farm for 1+ hive.
See, they don't make us register, but we have to have restrictions on our honey labels.
Yeah, that's same here.
We have to
Now,
have,
Our deal
name
depends
or
on the
company
volume of
name.
honey we say. Sorry,
have to
Lee.
have contact information, and then the weight on the bottom, you have to have it in ounces and grams. You can either have ounces in grams or pounds in grams.
With ours
Now,
around here, we don't even have to put nothing on it until we sell a certain amount. And after you sell a certain amount, they move you into a different bracket, and then you got to start doing all that because you're starting to be like in a commercial type of deal.
Mm.
If you're just backyard selling, though, they don't nobody make you do nothing.
Lee, have you ever been inspected? Do they come out to the house and inspect, or?
No, I talked to Mike Strain, which is the head of the bee department for Louisiana.
Uh-huh.
And as long as you're not selling bees over the state line or doing full honey production commercial wise, you don't have to do an inspection.
I can honestly
Now,
say, though,
if
guys.
you want an inspection, they'll come out for free and check for you if you think something's wrong.
Yeah.
If you just selling a few nukes and stuff, you don't have to get an inspector.
You were breaking up. Say that again.
I said if we're just selling a few nukes, do you have to get inspected?
From what he was telling me, no, as long as it's not going across state lines and just small
like
scale.
just locals.
Now,
If I
if you're
sold
going into
nukes-
actual queen production or full scale nuke production and selling across state line, then you'll have to do inspections.
Oh, okay.
If I sold any bees whatsoever, I'd have to be inspected.
Yeah, we don't have any of that here.
I mean, I like it. I wish it was a little more strict. I don't mind if they want to come and look at my bees because, I know I'm going to do the best I can, and I'm not trying to do nothing, shady or nothing. It's on the up and up. Check them out.
Now I wonder how do they inspect them? Do they do like alcohol washes on them? Or?
No, not here. They don't. Right
That
here,
I'm
they
not
take and they tear open your brood and they look at it, and then
I
if you
was about
got
to say,
drones,
it
they'll
would
tear
probably
them
depend
open.
what problem it looks like you may have and what they would do.
Yeah.
Whether you're looking at mites or if it's chalk brood or anything like that.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Hey guys, I'm gonna jump off here.
Oh
Hillbilly,
man,
Cajun, nice to meet you guys.
you too, buddy. You too.
Y'all take care.
Thanks
I'll
for
see
coming,
y'all
Jim.
later.
Appreciate
Thanks
you, buddy.
for
Yeah,
Hey,
take it
thanks
easy,
for
Jim.
having
Have
me.
a good one.
you too, Lee.
We'll get the same background and mess with people.
All of us have the same, just use the brick wall.
Yeah. It'll look like a brick wall when we get done. We'll lay up 4, 5, 6, ever how many.
Yeah. I got a guy coming in a little over 6 hours to pick bees up. I don't know why he picked 6:30 in the morning to come pick bees up, but okay. They're locked in. It's not like they're going to start foraging at 8, They're vented. Hey, this is the first time I've used Pro Nukes, and I know you use Pro Nukes, Brad. Do you just switch yours to vented and leave it vented all the time in the summertime?
Yeah, I did.
That's how I've got mine. I didn't put a feed bottle on them or nothing, just what they had in there. So
Yeah, as long as they got some kind of food, they'll be all right.
So hopefully they get to work, and hopefully they don't kill this queen I put in with them. They look like they're taking her for the last three days. They've been nursing her and eating the candy. So
Mm-hmm.
long as they're
Oh.
fed and happy, they won't do nothing wrong.
Yeah, that's the thing with them. I was just like, well, you can release her when you get over there. She should be fine because they've been tending to her for 3 days now.
I didn't realize I had something on the other screen here, Bob. We were talking about well, something done messed up over here. Keep going. I'll get it figured out here in a sec.
Oh well, let me see. I was just looking at Lagrange's. Wanted to join the video. Turns out I have the wrong cable for streaming my camera. Need micro HDMI. I have an SD cable. I got.
I reckon William got his FLIR 1. I seen him.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he got it finally.
Nice.
He'll be using that bad boy on them cutouts.
Y'all making me want to buy one, but I can't. I keep saying I can't buy anything. I'm just trying to roll this little bit of money that I got from the honey and keep rolling it, keep rolling it, keep rolling it.
And Trump bought me that one.
Trump bought you that one?
Yeah.
I don't even know where my FLIR went.
Yeah, you got the FLIR 1 Plus. You can't be losing that. That's iPhone capable.
It's the FLIR 1 Pro somewhere.
Yeah.
I think it's on the other desk or table in the back with all my camera equipment.
Nothing but the best for Lee Dunn.
I don't know about all
Lee
that.
Dunn.
Fred will be envious when Lee gets done with him. I just bought me 4 flow highs for the heck of it, just to put them on the camera here.
So what's next for you guys? What do you guys got coming up, beekeeping wise? What are you gonna do?
Making that split, man. I'm looking forward to getting those 2 wonky combs out and making me a nook out of them and bringing it up here to get mated, because down there where Mom lives, it's a good place to raise bees, but it ain't a good place to mate bees because of the river. There's lots of birds, lots of dragonflies, lots of just all kinds of stuff, man.
We get dragonflies over here too late in the summer.
Oh, you found the headband?
Yeah.
The German Adidas Pro.
If y'all see me wearing that thing.
I just got me I just got 2 hives and 2 Apamate hives. I got a 7 framer and a 10 framer.
You bought the Apamate hives?
Yeah, I wanted to use the 7 framer for queen rearing, and right. The 10 framer I'm gonna use it as it came with a divider board, and I'm gonna use it as 2 nukes, like to queens or take them out of my 3 frames and move them into there.
I hear that works pretty good.
Yeah, and then over the wintertime, I can maybe keep 2 small nukes in that 10 framer, because it seems like it's built very well. It's very well insulated. The only downfall to it is it's heavy. There's some very heavy.
You think you're going to have much of a moisture problem with the humidity levels down there where you live, or you think it'll be a benefit to you for that?
No, I think it'll be okay, because the actual lid is vented. So I mean, you can. It has vents in the side at the top, like at the top of the box. You can also vent there, or the lid is vented also.
How long did it take you to get them once you ordered them?
It was like 3 days.
Really? It was pretty quick then.
Yeah, it was quick.
I might have to. I keep thinking about ordering it, and then I was like, man, it's just expensive.
I want some of them.
The 7 framer, it comes with a slot that you can put a divider board right down the middle, so you can have like 3 frames on each side, or it has another slot where you can isolate 1 frame to make the queen lay in that 1 frame. So like you could take your slot and then get your queen with an empty frame, put her in there, and then the slotted board has queen excluders like round circles that the bees can go through the queen excluder to like polish stuff like that, and then that way sheet of those eggs when you put a new frame in there. That way, after you put it in there 3 days later, the eggs should be all hatched out and it's the perfect grafting, size.
Right.
So it'll block off one individual frame.
Yeah, you block off one individual frame, and you put her in there, and it's an isolation board that the bees can go through, but she can't.
Yeah, you mark what's on it. That way you know when the new eggs come, and you got an accurate date to graft from.
That's right.
Is that how you do it?
Yeah. That way you're not grafting anything older than a day as far as after they hatch.
What do you graft, eggs or larvae?
The larvae.
Larvae.
Try to get them,
I've done
1 to
it.
3 days?
I've done it. The first year, 2 years ago, I did it, and I didn't have too good of a success rate. Last year, I did it, and I got about only got one set of frames, and I got 12 queens out of about, I think, 26. So I mean, it's like 50%.
I ain't never done it yet. Why does nobody use a black light?
A black light? I don't know.
You know how it makes things white glow in the dark and get bigger. It seemed to me that the black light would be good for. I ain't done it, so I don't know. Especially if you had black frames.
I've never seen anybody use a black light.
Well, I'm going to try it one day if somebody don't beat me to it.
I've just seen either the flashlight or the little headlight.
I'm thinking that black light will pop them babies out. Just be like, boom, here I am.
It should. It'd make them light up good.
I know you can see lint on blue jeans when I was a teenager.
I remember black lights back in the day.
Yeah, that is a good idea. I never thought of it. See, Earl just thinks of all this. Earl will surprise you. He's like shockingly. And don't take this is not. I'm not trying to offend you, but the hillbilly persona most people think of unintelligent. You know what I mean? That's just kind of the thing. But Earl is like the inverse of that. Earl can tell you all the scientific terminologies and all kinds of stuff. And
there used to be dumb hillbillies around here, but you know what happened to them?
Stereotyped, which they shouldn't be.
They died.
They died.
You can't live up here long if you ain't got some kind of brains. You got to be the builder, the plumber, the electrician, the mechanic, the worker, or whatever career choice you make, and then whatever you want to do on the side, whether it's hunting, fishing, playing music. There's if you ain't multi-talented, it's just like living in the swamp. You die. So swamp people and hillbillies are pretty much the same.
Earl, I gotta disagree with you with that because around here we got some.
You still got a few dumb ones.
We got some pretty unintelligent individuals that seem to be living a long time.
That's because they got some smart person taking care of them. If they quit it.
See, Earl said we got some dumb ones. I think it's quite a few more than some.
I try to always be respectful of everybody. Best I can, anyway. I've seen some goofy things in my day.
Earl is awesome.
I love it when women tell me that.
Hey, you need to get a shirt with your face printed on the front that says Earl is awesome across the top.
Might have to do a little Photoshop work there, huh, Bob?
Oh, hold on.
You never catch me in nothing like that. No, I think that the Lord teaches us not to poke our head out, be humble. God hates a proud look.
I shifted in my seat and yanked the cord out my headphones. Sorry.
At least you didn't get up to go to the bathroom. I've done that before.
Yeah, it ripped the whole thing off your skull and everything.
You were
get mad and then just.
We'll have to get on Photoshop next week and fix him up.
Yeah, we'll make him one. Matter of fact, that could be your first merch that you put on your channel. So help support the channel with the Earl is Awesome T-shirt.
You guys have to sell them because I'll never do it.
And you just make it print on demand.
He just gave us permission.
And we got video evidence.
Yeah.
So one day you're going to come to a live stream and me and Lee are going to be wearing our Earl is Awesome T-shirts.
I just want 50% of whatever you guys make off of it.
Oh, now
I
he
think that's
changes the
fair.
story.
Yeah, now.
Mhm.
Y'all do all the work, but I want half the money.
Hey, y'all lawyered up first. I was just talking casual.
Yeah, see, you're walking away from millions there, Texas Beekeeper said. Hell, hey, I've got a merch shirt and nobody ever buys it. Nobody. So I don't
Maybe
think I've
walking away from millions, but I've got lots of treasure stored somewhere else for me. I'm counting on that.
that's I've got that Game of Drones shirt. I don't think I've sold one
I
of them.
want one of them.
Well, all you gotta do is order it. It's on the website. I think.
You have them in your like personally, or you do them through a website that you sell them?
You do them through a website, and then when people order them, it auto ships to them.
Oh, okay. So you ain't got a stock of shirts at your house that you mail
Right.
out.
They print it as you
Print on demand.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
If I could find the doggone thing.
And you never surprised me, Bob. You're like a business genius. This dude knows business. I mean, he knows how to get things for a little and
I know how to be
get you a
cheap.
lot out of it. And no, that's not being cheap, brother. That's being smart.
There you go. There's my Gear Bubble gear store. If you're so inclined. And
That's awesome, dude.
Oh, you said gear bubble. I thought you said beer bubble.
Beer bubble. That's why I need some beer bubbles. If I didn't have to be up in 6 hours to sell bees to somebody.
It's soon gonna be 5.5.
I know, right? It's be like sleep, and they'll probably be outside honking the horn. Where is this guy?
I don't even drink.
I hear you.
But the
Better if you don't.
Nah, that's for my herbal tincture stuff that I make.
matter of fact, let me. I'm gonna share that screen just to show y'all. If y'all are, not that screen. Hold on. If y'all are interested in, I mean, we got a lot of YouTubers on here, right? You can just design your shirt. I haven't put my Walker Bee Ranch logo on one. I probably need to.
Have y'all been seeing any mites on your bees or anything like that?
I haven't seen any mites on my bees yet.
None on my bottom board either.
I haven't had any on my bottom board, but I have this one hive that's in my garden that it lost its queen, and I put it in a swarm cell, and it just started laying like within the last week. So she hasn't had brood in 3 weeks. But that was a live mite when I checked today, walking across the top of her brood, and I videoed it. It's a cell of a drone brood. Just crawled right into the cell, open larva brood.
Man, that
I've
thing
op-
gonna need some treatment.
I've opened up a couple of my drone broods just to look and hadn't seen any.
That's
Yeah, I've been-
1% without a shake.
Yeah, I've been checking all the drone brood. I haven't been seeing it, but this is the first mite that I've seen so far, and I spotted it because I was looking for the queen, and she had a nice. When you get those new cells made, they're nice and yellow, kind of whitish, and I could see him walking across the cap cells, and that was an open drone brood. He just walked right in. I said,
Good night, Rhonda.
I would have crushed that thing with something.
I was too busy videoing him.
Oh, I got to get the proof.
I only seen one hive beetle today. So I'm going to have to get it back out there with some more peppermints.
Yeah,
I was more interested in getting the footage than the mite.
Let me ask you a question. Did that one you found the mite in, did you have any peppermints in it?
No, not that one. No.
I would put some in it. If you think that hive beetle don't like it, them mites don't either.
No. And I don't have too much problem with hive beetles in that one because it's in full sun.
Yeah.
But
don't hurt the beetles none, does it? Or the mites, I mean.
Yeah, it don't hurt. They don't care about the sun, the heat.
Hell, I'm trying to order one of my own shirts, and it ain't letting me.
I'll be daggone. That might be why nobody's buying it. So you might can't get one.
Son of a bitch.
You might have had like a couple of thousand people that turned away.
Why does it say upload your photo? Please. Why do I gotta upload my damn photo? Guarantee safe checkout. Please upload my photo before.
You better watch about what kind of wonky sites you go getting on.
No, I actually know the owner of this site, so
Oh, might be all right then.
maybe. Oh shit, I don't know. How am I gonna upload the damn photo?
Maybe he's been selling your shirts.
Possibly.
DC giving you
I'm
heck
making
there.
me a killing off these Walker Reranch shirts.
James says he's doing his first farmer's market next week.
That's a
DC
cool deal.
poking at you there.
I see that. That would explain. You know, I've made other shirts and bought them before and never asked me.
Now
for
you're
a
done at DC.
upload. Well, we got a way to fix that too. Darn it. So I'll use the camera app. We're gonna do this while I'm streaming. Oh no. Oh, I can't because I'm using the camera on the live stream. Damn it. All right. So I'll order one afterwards. And that way I can show it to y'all on stream. Hopefully.
That'll help
Maybe
you sell them when somebody sees an actual one.
sees an actual one.
And
Maybe.
hey, Bob, I'm doing something here on screen. Take a screenshot of this so we can have these shirts done up right.
But we can't have his shoulders. It's just got to be his beard and head cut out. And it's got to be like turned. Oh, we might have just put a whole bunch of Earl heads all over the whole thing.
But you know what? You might get a little lawsuit off of that shirt because he might be breaking the what you call that when you have propriety over something with Duck Dynasty. He might look like one of those guys.
I don't know. I done told them they could, so that take away my legal rights.
Yeah, we could just have the floating beard head all over, like a all over print. Or you could do an all over print with that picture where his face is on the whole shirt.
No,
We're
you don't want
gonna
to do
have
that,
to pick
man. You'll go in the hole doing that stuff.
No, because you only pay for the one that you get. You don't have
Yeah.
like if you order one of my shirts, they just make that one shirt and send it to you.
That's a cool thing.
So I don't have to. You don't have to pay for anything in advance, and then they take their cut for the shirt and everything, and you just get the profit margin off of it. So
Unless they're going to use it to scare off crows and alligators or something, they ain't nobody going to buy that.
hey, that's what I need to do. We need to make head stickers that we can just stick them on our hive. This is the hillbilly beekeeping hive. Bam. And when the bees come home, they see Earl's head right in front of their entrance.
Earl is awesome with 2 peppermint eyeballs.
Yeah. Oh, see, this gets better. There you go. That's the shirt. But we got, instead of having the peppermints, there's got to be like red and white with the swirl. Like, you remember how they used to do the days?
Oh, yeah.
There on the cartoons? Had the little red and white peppermint swirl eyes.
Peppermint.
We're going to have fun on Photoshop next week.
Y'all do your thing. I don't care, but it's a waste of time. Might get a laugh, though.
We can make a screensaver where it's just peppermint Earl heads bouncing
I
around your screen.
I done told Bob Lee, I said, you guys are like John Boy and Billy, and I'm just a Carl calling in every now and then.
We're the John Boy and Billy Big Show of beekeeping.
That's what I said. Yep.
Then who was the old guy that they used to get in all the time that passed away?
So the guy that done that preacher thing.
Yeah. And then they had the guy that was always like kind of mean, not mean, but he was like very direct.
Huh, I'm madder than hell.
Yeah, that guy.
The only one I used to listen to was the Walton and Johnson.
I've never heard them.
They were more here in South Louisiana.
Really?
Well, they were in Louisiana for a while, and then they got kicked out of Louisiana and went to Texas.
Yeah, but you could. I mean, it's still on right now.
You broke
one
up
of the
there.
guys. One of the guys passed away.
Yeah.
But the actual editor took over his spot, and the one guy who does all the he does like 4 different voices.
Mm-hmm.
He's still there. So
Okay.
I mean, the show's still on. It's on 96.9 in Louisiana.
Okay.
Hey,
I knew they used to be in New Orleans, and when they got kicked out of New Orleans, they went to Houston.
Mm-hmm. But they still broadcast I think it's over like 40 parishes in the state.
Yeah.
hey, you just gave me an idea. We could do an all-over print with hive beetles, and then have Earl heads in between them with the peppermint eyes, like the laser eyes, but they're peppermint eyes.
See how he does?
Some rays shooting out of them.
We can make we can make a whole hillbilly Earl store that had just hive beetles and peppermints, like little peppermint discs with hive beetles in between them.
No, I got a better one. You know, at first we had all these peppermint deniers, and now they're all on the bandwagon. So what we ought to have is a shirt with Earl that says, "How you like me now?"
Yeah. That's it. It's Rayford. Rayford.
On the back, you can put peppermint candy. Get you some.
Get you some. Oh man, it just keeps getting better and better. We'll come up. We.
How many viewers have you lost talking this crap?
Hey guys, anybody needs a marketing team? We've already got the think tank for marketing right here.
That's right. They're not only the John Boy and Billy, they're the Shark Tank as well.
We're happy to take donations for your marketing project.
We the bottom of the barrel Shark Tanks.
Right.
Yeah.
I was about to say Venmo, Kodiak Farm.
Right. But we're called Broke Tank.
We have nothing to offer you for your company.
Right.
I ain't broke, but I'm badly bent.
Yeah, I tell you what.
We have nothing to offer you for your product, but we will sell it for you.
Right.
Yeah. Because there's no investment unless one gets made anyway.
I came into this world with nothing, and I still have most of that left.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, like Earl said, ain't broke, but we pretty bent. I'm like that after that little computer the other day.
Badly bent.
Well, the funny thing is, I feel like I'm a walking contradiction right now because people see me buying equipment and stuff, and then I'm talking about being broke, and it doesn't have to be one way or the other, right? I mean, it's
a common fact, man, that all people with money say they're broke, so we get it. I mean, just ask Lee.
No. Well, the thing is that I just, rolling the it's just about rolling. I take the profit and I buy stuff, and then I make more profit and I buy stuff, but I'm not coming out of my pocket out of the bank.
You just turning it over.
Yeah, just flip. Yeah, that's it. Just flipping it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Nobody else would be able to find the real Earl at the Hive Life conference because there'll be so many Earl shirts walking around.
We're gonna have to do one with a whole bunch of different bearded people and have one Earl in there and where's Earl?
Don't think I won't.
Instead of where's Waldo, where's Earl, huh?
Don't think I won't eBay me a shirt rack and it'll be like the 99-cent rack and it'll just have a bunch of YouTuber shirts all on it, right?
I'll show y'all. I'm gonna get my teeth fixed and shave.
Just get you some of them that they're showing now. It's like a football mouthpiece that just goes right over your teeth.
Yeah, give me a drill.
Earl, if they start selling your shirt, you can't do that without getting permission because that's part of the brand.
Oh yeah, I might be breaking the contract if I shave, huh? I have to pay for it.
Matter of fact, you'll have to go out and you'll have to go out in public with a mask on because you're showing our brand to everybody without our permission.
Yeah, no doubt.
Talking about shaving when I had my goatee real long, I knew I was going to have to shave it off for the next plant I was going to. So me and the old lady and the kids were getting ready to go out eat that night. And I told them, I said, I'm going to shave it straight up the middle and we going to eat. And the kids said, we ain't going nowhere with you like that. So they all went and got in the car. I said, man, I forgot my wallet inside. I ran inside, took my trimmers, and I shaved a stripe right through the center of it. My goatee, I had two little horns coming out, and I jumped in the car, and threw it in gear before they could get out.
Oh, hey, last year, you see how my gray comes in right here? It's actually expanded a little bit. It used to be like just here in the front, right? So a guy said, man, you have the perfect bar handle, the handlebar mustache that comes down like the 70s, straight down. So as a joke, I'm like, well, I went ahead and cut all this off and cut in the middle. I just had the handlebar mustache. And then like a couple days later, I went to the VA and they said, oh, we got to get you a new ID card. And I'm like, all right. Oh, shit. You probably won't be able to see it unless I take the background off. Oh, there it is. Hold on. Oh, you can't see it. So I had the handlebar mustache and my VA ID.
I had one like that. It come down, then went all the way under my chin.
Let me see. I'm just trying to. Gary Hansen keeps posting up junk, and he keeps getting his message deleted by Texas Beekeeper. Thank you for that, because we really need to know he farted. What is it with spammers, dude? Well, I don't get it.
What is this? Is it the same dude that keeps doing it?
No, this is somebody else now. At least another name of thing.
I think he's been in here several times, though, commenting and watching the videos.
But, I wonder what that does to the algorithm when you're just getting a bunch of comments. Is it getting pushed out more and then more?
It should be. It's showing activity on the channel.
That's right. They're helping you more than they're hurting you.
Well, okay. We'll let them slide.
Yeah, Blaine said that one had a channel.
All right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen that name in here.
Y'all don't know, but we got people. We'll have you checked out.
Right. But the gear thing, I've never looked at YouTube as a money making thing. I mean, I've never been to that stage to where it's made any substantial money, so
it's just fun helping people and making videos and looking at your own stuff and your own thoughts and your own goofy songs and saying, why did I do it?
Well, even when I post a video, even if it's not premiering, I'll watch it still just to basically critique myself. I'm like, well, that was stupid, or I missed this. I should have done that, or something like that.
I get that a lot from me.
And you get that a lot from you? You do it a lot?
Yeah.
And, there's a lot of time that you put in these videos and stuff behind the scenes and try to get it right. But then it gets to a point to where it's like, just let it go. I'm not putting out professional videos, right?
That's what I say. I'm just trying to help people and have a little fun. If they enjoy it, cool. If not, then there's other people to watch. But
right.
I just do me, like you guys do you, and I watch all you guys. So
yeah,
like
I like a lot of different things.
A lot of times after these lives, I'll rewatch on the next day, especially if we got a bunch of people in here.
I will too.
Between going through 3 screens, trying to put comments up, I'm missing somebody saying something at the same time.
I go to these channels and watch it the next day.
I just got one computer. When I get on, I can't see the chats no more, so I don't know what anybody's saying.
Well, normally I have 3 screens running here, multiple windows on each screen, but
just think, now he'll be able to run 3 screens on one computer and no lag and everything spread out.
What type of computer are you getting?
Say that again, Brad.
What type of computer are you getting?
Is basically a custom build.
The new one.
Okay.
This one's a Core 2 Duo, right?
Yeah. Yeah, this one's a dual core, and the one I'm getting is 16 cores.
Yep.
Yeah, he's
over 8
radically
times
stepping
faster.
up his processing power. He wants it quick and he wants it now.
Well, you're
Uh-huh.
looking at least 8 times the cores, but the core speed is more than double the speed of what I have now for each core.
Right.
Yeah. Click, click.
Yeah.
Plus double the RAM.
Yeah, it's going to be night and day difference. Even watch when you go to render videos, how much faster it is.
And
Oh,
between the
yeah.
other hard drives that I just ordered and the ones I'm going to pick up in town that I know that are in stock, it's going to have over 10 terabytes of memory or 10 terabytes of hard drive just in the computer, plus my external drives and NAS storage.
I bought a new monitor 2
That's
months
ridiculous.
ago.
You'll
And I
never
might-
feel 10.
I might pull it in here and go to dual screens on this one computer now. I'm only running one on this computer and one on that computer because I donated my third monitor to my wife's. Who's running 2 over there now.
You think you could fill up 10 tera?
Oh, yeah. I got a 4 terabyte external drive right here that's almost full with all my photography stuff.
No doubt.
Because, I mean, with the camera that I have, one picture is 75 megabytes raw
Yeah.
file,
How many megapixels is your camera?
36.
Dear God.
I
You
got
can look
one
up
that's
on that
36
tiny with that thing.
megapixel and one that's 24 megapixel, my backup camera.
That 36, man, you'll be looking inside people's pores.
That and then the 70 to 200 lens that's about a foot long.
They think it's a joke, but I mean it. You can.
Oh, yeah.
You can crawl in
Texas,
somebody's ear with one of those.
Texas Beekeeper said Lee's computer is going to be so fast he'll be doing Tuesday bee chat on Monday. True story.
We'll have to call in early, Brad.
Right.
See that Gary Hansen said he lives in Omaha, Nebraska. I done a job not too far from there in Norfolk, Nebraska a couple of years ago.
I've been through
Stayed up there
Omaha.
for 2.5 months.
I have yet to be privileged to go across the northern states. I've been all
Omaha,
across the southerns, though.
last time I was in Omaha, I was driving a truck, tractor trailer truck, not a pickup truck, tractor trailer. And they had a big like hot air balloon. There's like tons of hot air balloons. I don't know if it was a festival or something they do over there, but there was tons of hot air balloons up in there. Those things can't be cheap either. Hot air
No.
balloons.
I used to do some network and computer networks on the side for a couple of businesses in Gonzales here. And one of the lady, she owned 3 Nextel telephone store or like cellular phone stores. And that was their hobby was hot air balloons.
Oh, really?
And she pictures all in her office of all the different balloons and different events they did.
No, Lee, I forbid you from buying a hot air balloon.
Nope.
Oh, man.
I was looking at what you
Talk
call it?
about getting blown away.
Basically like a motorized paraglider. Got the little motor
Yeah,
and
no,
fan
I could
that
do
goes on your
that.
back.
I've
I was
paraglided
looking at one
before.
of those
That's
a couple of
awesome.
years ago.
Thanks, LaGrange. We'll see you later, buddy.
See you,
Yeah,
LaGrange.
I'm gonna have to hop off too, guys, because now it's getting
Yeah, me
closer to
too.
5.5 hours, like Cajun said. 5.5
Heck with
hours.
it, then. Me and Brad's just going to get mad and leave, too.
I got
Hey,
the
y'all
phone
have a
this
good one,
morning,
man. I love you guys, and God bless y'all, and God bless your bees.
All
Have a
right,
good one,
Earl.
Brad.
We'll
Thank
see you
you.
later, buddy.
Yes. See you, fellas.
All right,
Have
see
a
you
good
later,
one,
Brad.
Brad. Appreciate it.
Hey, he thinks we're joking. You don't be surprised if you see an Earl face shirt come up on here.
Yep. Like I said, that computer be here next week. I can actually do some work then, and we will have an Earl shirt.
Hey, I might put on the back. It's a peppermint thing you wouldn't understand.
Make sure you write all this down.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we appreciate every one of you. Thanks for hanging in with us and talking bees and all the other foolish nonsense we talk about. And we appreciate you. And remember, Tuesday night, 8 p.m.
8
Eastern.
p.m. Eastern, 7 Central.
7 Central. And we'll see you next time. And who knows, maybe this weekend we do something if things chill out for us.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody, y'all have a good night.
All right. Good night, everybody.